Well, it is August 21st. Day 20 is almost complete. We're about an hour, actually more like 45 minutes away from that being complete. But this isn't actually a regular daily update, actually. I'll be doing one of those right after this. This is one of those very few days where there's absolutely no one in the office. Normally on Sundays, there's at least one other person that's here, so I usually come in at about 10 a.m. for that. But since no one was coming in, I ended up sleeping in a little bit. I got home at 6 in the morning and decided to sleep in. So rather than just crash for 2 hours and come straight back here, I basically slept until about 3. Yeah, I totally slept it. Totally needed it. Well, since there is no one on here today, I decided to do a little bit of a video fact of some sort, because campaigning and talking to so many people while trying to push the project, I found that there was like a recurring list of questions everyone asked. So I figured, you know what, why don't I just address these? Because I'm pretty sure some of you may actually have those same questions. One question is, where do you find the time to do all this? And to be totally honest, I have no idea. I just keep going. I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard me say, in the video updates of me going to work. So this is what my usual day is. I mean, I basically start my day kind of here at the office. I usually make it in anywhere between like 10 or on the weekends I make it in for about 10. On the weekdays I make it in around 12 or 1 or whenever I feel like it. And then I spend my entire time here till about 8, and then head over to the airport, because I work my job at the airline until about 4 a.m. Get home about 5, rinse and repeat. So it doesn't really. It's kind of hard. It's really hard to find time, but I just cram in whatever I can, and that's really what it is. Because I mean, it's kind of like being in school and doing those late night crunches to get those assignments done. That's my life every day, because we're always short on time. We're always short on time and manpower. So I pick up as much slack as I can. Hopefully that answers that question. What are you going to do if this campaign fails? It's kind of hard to really answer that, because if this campaign fails, and I kid you not, my worst nightmare right now. At first, I was worried whether or not we would even hit 50%, because based on the initial traction and projected numbers on KickTrack, we would probably only hit about 40 to 60% at best. Right now we're at 70, but the daily amounts right now, if they were to continue, we would probably end up around 90, 95%. And my biggest nightmare right now literally is seeing this project fail and only be short like $1,000 or something stupid like that. So, but in terms of contingency plans, if this campaign actually does fail, we're still going to run it. We're still going to make this. It just means we're just going to take forever to roll out something. I mean, right now, the projected timeline is to get the first episode, the first 10-minute episode done by August 2017. So that's like, yes, I know that's like a year from now, but it's really just based on the absolute bare minimum budget. Because I mean, with the bare minimum budget, I can only afford to to bring on like an animator part-time, and for the most part, I've budgeted it so that we can at least get a couple more models done, because models aren't cheap, especially for what we want, because there's a certain kind of accuracy that's required to really get that anime look. You can't just kind of eyeball it and just kind of leave it at that. That's how come characters in video games look nothing like the character designs, right? So we're putting a lot of money and time into that. So unfortunately, it kind of stretches the timeline. And if this does fail, it literally just means you may not even see the first episode until 2018 sometime. It'll probably take us like at least another year or two, because I mean, the way it works is, because for the most part, aside from me, everyone kind of comes in once or twice a week. So because of that literally means like across the entire year, we might have 45 to 50 work days, and that's not a whole lot. That's literally about a month and a half worth of work stretched out across us a whole year. And what I do, during the week, when I am in here, I basically focus mostly on the production side as well as on the tech side. So I'm there trying to get that shader working. I'm trying to sort out those methods to get that nice outline on the models, and just putting it all together. But the actual animation, the actual animation work and everything, that has to be done by folks who only come in on the weekend. Because I mean, I'm up. While I can do the directing and a lot of the cinematography, I'm not the one that's actually animating. So it's kind of like, we can only, in film, you have to work around your actors. And right now, our actors are actually required. Our actors are basically the characters in the series, and they need to be animated. So that's very dependent on that. But either way, if this fails, we're still going to make this. It just means we take forever to roll that out. And if we can go past the 30K and get a little bit closer to the next tier, if we don't hit that stretch goal, then it just means we might be able to get you those episodes faster, right? So hopefully that answers that. Next question is, did you really go to Harvard? I know that's kind of funny because I'm actually wearing my Harvard Business School shirt here, and the answer to that is kind of yes and no. I actually did do the Harvard HBX core program that was offered by the Harvard Business School. Did that last year actually, and the plan is to continue going on and finish my master's degree there in business over Harvard. And whether or not you consider that's real or as really going there is debatable, because for the most part it is online. I mean, I think I'm only required like 16 credits or something through the Harvard Extension School, where I actually have to take a class on site. But for the rest of it, I can do it remotely here, which is nice because that's the only way I can find time for this. But yeah, so did I go to Harvard? Yes and no. It's entirely up to you. I mean, I do legitimately have a certificate from them up on my wall there. But whether or not you don't consider that because it's done online, it's up to you. But yeah, that's about it. How did you get someone who does anime in Japan on board? I have no idea. Once again, it's I've been in the entertainment business since '96, so I've been in like the music, video games, and film industry. May not been in all of them at the same time, but I've been in the entertainment industry for about 20 years now. And through that time, I've done a lot of favors and never really called on them. And except now, it's kind of like it's. Let's just say I'm stupidly well networked after doing this stuff for about 20 years. So it's just about time I just called in favor. And that's really how I got back to work. Because I mean, really, in the end, the way I work is if I like you and I like your project, if I have the time for it, I will help you, and I will pretty much do it for almost nothing or exactly nothing, only because I just want to be a part of it, right? Yeah, I mean, I never thought I would actually be able to get someone from Japan on board, but this is freaking cool. I mean, originally I was expecting I was only going to do something that was anime inspired, but with Umishima-san on board, it definitely gives us that extra bit of authenticity, because now we're not doing anime inspired. We actually have proper anime references that were made for our project that we're hitting. So it basically ups that level of expectation a little bit more. Let's see, next question. Can I hire you and your company to do animation work? I can't be hired, nor can my company. Only because my focus right now is to get the Abyssian Nights project off the ground. And like I said, even though I'm here all the time, the animators that are on board are only here once a week. And if we can get the funding, then I'll bring them on board for more days. But we actually just don't have the manpower to pick up any extra work. If you are interested in getting animation work, though, you can contact my friends over at Trickster Canada, and they can probably help you there. Since we share office space, if you're looking to do something that's very similar, I don't mind helping them out by helping them with the animation pipeline there. But I personally can't really take on any additional work for hire stuff, I should say. Okay, next question. This will probably be the last question because I didn't feel like taking anything more than one page. What keeps you going / what inspired you to do all this? And yes, it's actually two questions, but I figure they're kind of related. And realistically, I'm just doing this because this is what I've always wanted to do. I mean, 20 years, almost 20 years ago when I got out of high school. 20 years ago, I was just starting high school actually. Let's roll back the clock. When I was in high school, that's all I really ever wanted to do was make video games and anime. But at that time, that wasn't available. So now it's like being almost 35. Now the opportunities are here. I just wanted to just do it because at this point in time in my life, I have nothing to lose. Everything that could have gone wrong pretty much has gone wrong. And rather than just give up, I just figured, what, I might as well just do what I've always wanted to do. Mostly just because I don't want to look back in life and just have the regret of not doing something when I could. And that's really it. That and it's just one of those things where it's like I just really want to really inspire maybe possibly inspire two different groups of people. One group of those who are just trying to pursue that dream, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's out there, trying to do something they want, and not having those opportunities, or always thinking that you always need something lined up. I'm literally running this, not being fully prepared all the time. I don't have the answers for everything. I don't have people lined up. I don't have the resources or the time or the money, but I'm doing it anyway. So hopefully, it might inspire someone who's coming out of school to do that. And on the other side, the other set of people that I'm hoping to maybe inspire are people who are like me, late in life. You're 30, 35, maybe even older, who thought that it's too late to do something. And I just wanted to prove that it's never too late to do something you really want. Whether it's making video games or making anime or getting that band you've always wanted, or even just doing something creative, doing something that you've always enjoyed, just losing the 20, 30 pounds or whatever, just something you actually wanted. It is never too late. And I really want to just do all this to prove that, and that's one of the reasons why I do all these daily update videos. So because you can at least see what kind of crap I go through doing all this, because doing a Kickstarter is insanely depressing when you're a nobody. Right? If I was well known, if the Abyssian Nights IP was really well known, then it makes things easy. But if you're basically very much like me, you're 30, 35, or just out of school and don't have anything else better to do with your life. You have no real working relationship anywhere, and basically almost given up on life. There's still something there. There's still a lot of hope. There's still lots of things that you can do, and this is literally the only thing that keeps me going. Because what am I going to do with my life? As it is, all I've been doing for the last 10 years is really just going to my job at night and hoping that something else that I do on the side gets off the ground, and it's been that way for a while. Because what? Yeah. I'm actually at a loss of words right now, but that's really what inspires me to keep going, because it's just, it's hope and it's dreams, and it's, just maybe, getting someone else to actually do something. Even if this campaign fails, if one of you folks out there, is actually inspired to do your own Kickstarter or to start your own project, just let me know. I'd love to hear about it. It's on my personal website. I basically outlined my personal experience going through Harvard, right? And there's a lot of people who are going through the same thing, and it's really nice. I really love writing in saying how much me posting about my experience helps them, because they were thinking about giving up. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about giving up too. And right now throughout this entire campaign, there have been several days where I thought about why don't I just give up? Really, it's like there's so many people doubting the project, especially during weeks 1 and 2 when we weren't making much traction, and we were only projected to hit about 40 to 60%. But that's the thing. It's like we're here. I'm here. I'm here to actually accomplish something in life, and it's not a real accomplishment if it's easy. So yeah, hopefully that answers some questions, and I'm probably running longer than I should, but I don't feel like editing this. And I don't know, maybe this will go on the website, maybe this will just go on the behind the scenes stuff, but either way, I hope that answers some of your questions. If anyone has any kind of specific questions that they actually want answered, and just write in. If I have the time to do it, I definitely will answer. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys once again for your support, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing this project complete, and it can only be done with your help. So yeah, I should probably get the weekly update going now. So I'll talk to you guys later.